Good morning. My name's Alex Caputo-Pearl. I'm the president of United Teachers Los Angeles, representing 33,000 educators around the city of Los Angeles. I'm joined here today by, I'm also, by the way, a 22-year teacher. Started teaching in Compton Unified School District. Spent most of my career in South Los Angeles. I'm here with parents and educators and community organizations today with a very simple message, and that is for Ref Rodríguez to resign from the school board. If it takes a little while for Ref Rodríguez to resign from the school board, which it seems like it is, we are calling on him to recuse himself immediately from any vote on charter schools today, in today's board meeting. Why recuse himself? There are clear conflicts of interest that were outlined in a legal letter that UTLA sent yesterday. Ref Rodríguez, you benefited from Reed Hastings, one of the richest people in California, from Reed Hastings' $75,000 that he gave to your legal defense fund to defend money laundering allegations against you. You benefited from that. Reed Hastings will benefit from any vote that you cast today in support of KIPP charter schools. Reed Hastings is on the board of KIPP charter schools, and they are up for decisions today. Further, Reed Hastings will benefit from any vote on charter schools today that are from the member council of the California Charter School Association. Many charter schools from the member council of CCSA are up for decisions today. It is clear that you've benefited from Hastings, and Hastings will benefit from your vote. Secondly, around the question of why recuse. You are under investigation, Ref Rodríguez, by the Office of the Inspector General around conflict of interest involving over $250,000. You will benefit from disempowering that very Office of the Inspector General, and that vote is up today on many of these charter schools. You must recuse yourself immediately from votes on charter schools today. What has happened in the last week that is the context for all of this is shameful, and it's an embarrassment to charter schools that are attempting to fulfill the original mission of charter schools, which was to experiment and serve hard-to-serve students and feed those lessons back into the larger public system. What has happened over the last week has been an embarrassment to our charter members, 1,000 educators who are represented by UTLA and are doing the great things in the classroom that educators do every day. What I'm referring to is the efforts by CCSA, the California Charter Schools Association, and their various front groups, which makes clear that they are much more interested in privatization. In other words, privately handling public money and privately handling schools when you're supposed to be serving the entire public. What I'm referring to is that in the same calendar year that Celerity charter schools are under investigation for massive fraud and abuse of public funds, in the same calendar year that PUC schools of Ref Rodríguez are under investigation for the same thing, that in that same calendar year, over the last week, the California Charter Schools Association has been attempting to remove oversight from charter schools. We do not need less oversight, we need more oversight and transparency. What I'm referring to is that less than a year and a half after the ACLU of Southern California, buoyed by the national work of groups like the NAACP, called into question the equity and access and due process standards of over 200 charter schools when it comes to students, serving all students, special education students, English language learner students, students who have problems, social and emotional problems. The ACLU found that hundreds of charter schools are not serving those students. And in the same year and a half after that report came out, we've got California Charter Schools Association calling for less calls for equity in the charter movement with students, less access for students, and less due process when it comes to suspensions and expulsions. That's not acceptable. Shame on the California Charter Schools Association. And it is a problem of public concern that Nick Melvoin, the vice president of this school board, who has brought the California Charter Schools Association into his staff, it is a shame that this kind of brinksmanship, coming right up to the edge of charter schools just saying flat out, we are not going to follow the rules on student equity and access. It is a shame that that kind of brinksmanship, what they hope to get out of it today, even if they don't push it to its full limit, what they hope to get out of it today is to contribute less as a charter school industry to the special education students in Los Angeles. That's unacceptable. What they hope to get out of that brinksmanship today, even if they don't get everything that they wanted, is to have more ability to disrupt public district schools around Prop 39, taking parent centers, computer labs, and other things from public district schools. This is unacceptable. To talk about this, I'm happy to be joined today by folks from Ref Rodríguez's district and folks from Nick Melvoin's district. These are folks, some of whom you'll hear from today: Jesse McBride, Brenda Del Hierro, both parents in Ref Rodríguez's district; Aide Bravo, Juan Montemayor, Monica Whalen, Kenneth Goodson, all teachers in Ref Rodríguez's district, all behind the call for his resignation and his immediate recusal today. We've got Senta, Georgia, a parent from Nick Melvoin's district; Bill Barrett, Jennifer Valerio, and Jeff Williams, teachers in Nick Melvoin's district, who are behind these demands. And we've got other community activists and community leaders: Hilda Guzman Rodriguez, Khalid Al-Alim, Julie Van Winkle, and Melissa Napinelli, who have been affected by an unregulated charter school movement that has undermined their schools. We are here today calling for Ref Rodríguez's resignation. And again, if it takes you a few hours to figure that out, then at least recuse yourself from charter school votes today.